all know this guy. He's a prophet in our lives. He's been very used in the prophetic gifts, and he doesn't really care what you think. He doesn't really care what you say. He's going to tell you like it is. And I respect that man, and I don't have much communication with him anymore, but I highly respect him because I want someone like that. I want someone that hears from God that says, hey, you're doing the wrong thing here. You're doing the wrong thing. You need to clean yourself up. He's called me out several different times and said, hey, you're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. Alex, you got to get this right. I don't know what the heck you're thinking. If you don't have a man of God in your life that can tell you to do that, if you don't have someone in your life that has veto power, not necessarily, maybe not veto power, but if you don't have someone in your life that can say, hey, you're doing the wrong thing, and I heard from God, and you don't respond in repentance, you're not living according to the word. Because there's always a prophet. He's always going to tell you what you're doing wrong or what you need to fix, because we're humans. We make mistakes. We need that, And whether it's the pastor of the church or whether it's a guy like, this prophet we know that Leo's and Troy is very connected to, that man of God, if he's not able to speak into your life because the Lord tells him, if he doesn't feel like he can give you the word, how dangerous is that? I hope to God that I know that I don't have much connection with him now because of unfortunate circumstances. But I hope that if I thought about this the other day, I got up and I was thinking about this, but I hope to God that he has enough knowledge that if he had called me today at 9:36 at night and said, hey, I need to talk to you about something God told me, I would be listening because I know that man of God. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean he's perfect. That doesn't mean that, he's got it all together. He's still a man like anybody else, but God called that man to that position. And so you honor the prophet, you honor the priesthood, you honor the pastor, and you may not agree with them. They might even be doing the wrong stuff. But when they hear from God, you have to respect that even if they're in the wrong. You know what I mean? And then you pray and you talk to the Lord about your own problems. But that's the main issue, is that we don't look at people, in our self-righteous judgment and say, well, bless God, they're doing wrong. Well, welcome to being a human being. But the other side of that too is that, just as the man of God cannot allow himself to go to these places, did T.D. Jakes have someone in his life that called him and say, hey, bro, you're not doing right now, and I know you're not. Yeah. The Lord woke me up at 3 a.m. I had a dream about you. You're doing this stuff. That's the kind of thing that you really need to have. And you need to, because there's no respect to persons, right? Like, God sees everybody the same. We're all sinners. Mm-hmm. However, when God needs to get a message to you, are you willing to listen to what the Lord has to say?